Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. This is Friday, so that means this is the last week's meal video. We had Father's Day this week. We had a family barbecue at our house, and I happened to be working away from my regular work site 5 days. Well, I worked from my regular about a half a day, but I have been in and out, here and gone. So there are a few pictures of some meals that I did take with some of my colleagues, just some snaps, still photos, and of course some footage of some of the meals that I packed. It was a good week. Even though it was a really hectic week with a lot of activities, it was a really great week of meals. Check it out. I just rolled up at Sobeys. Not part of my grocery budget. I'm going to go inside. I'd like to get some lobster for the handsome one for Father's Day. They've got lots in stock here. Lots of lobsters. And they are all on sale. $9.88 when you use your Scene card. $9.88 a pound when you use your Scene card. Here's our two little guys. These are Happy Father's Day. Are you happy?
I'm happy. Woo-wee!
Lobster. Lobster for Father's Day supper. Yummy. You gotta have something a little special on Father's Day. So, happy Father's Day to the handsome one, but I also got my dad lobsters. Well, my sister and I did. And so, happy Father's Day to him as well. I've already delivered them. All right, I am starting to make the garlic butter. So the butter is in. I need to get, this is garlic paste. I need to get the garlic in, which I might end up needing 2 hands for. Yeah, I definitely do. I am going to make some deviled eggs for the barbecue, the lunch barbecue today, and the handsome one is going to make some potato salad. So I boiled 4 eggs for the handsome one for his potato salad, and 8 for me because this deviled egg holder takes 8. Guests are arriving, so the dog is just greeting everybody. But I see the handsome one used 5 for the potato salad, leaving me with 7. It is what it is. We're not cooking more. People are starting to arrive. Deviled eggs are done. Those are looking pretty great. This is the handsome one's magical potato salad that he robbed one of my deviled eggs for. The kids love potato salad, so I guess we will forgive the egg theft. So I was thinking that we were just going to throw this discount asparagus that I got for $4 right on the barbecue. It's like seasoned with garlic and there's onions and stuff in it. But now that I've opened it up, it's in plastic. This isn't a barbecue safe container. Like, why would they put this in this? They have all kinds of barbecue containers at Superstore. They have all kinds of things in it. Thankfully, we have one that we're going to use. I'll just do a transfer. Transfer from here into here. This fit perfectly in here. And all this stuff is coated in between. So we'll see. We're going to put this right on the barbecued asparagus. We are going to have burgers, also hot dogs that I pulled out of the freezer with this barbecued asparagus, deviled eggs, potato salad, and we also have a pasta salad. The barbecue's heating up. We're getting everything ready. All right, we have hot dogs, hamburgers, some potato salad, pasta salad, deviled eggs, and asparagus. Yummy. We had a really big lunch, so we're having salads for supper. I'm just going to dig in here so you can see some of the stuff. Spinach and tomatoes, cucumbers, orange pepper, there's onions, mushrooms, bacon bits, and I'm going to grate a little bit of cheese on top. Looks great. Smoothie for lunch today. We've got spinach and milk, banana, yogurt, and the yogurt is blueberry. We've got the Paradise Trio, which is strawberries, mango, and peaches. I'm going to add in some flaxseed and some protein powder. Smoothies for lunch. We're going to have some leftovers from yesterday's barbecue, and there is leftover asparagus. I want to serve it with a cheese sauce, so I've opened up this ooey gooey queso. You can see I've got some measured out here. I'm going to make a third of the pack because we really don't need that much, just as to serve over top of the already cooked asparagus. Half a cup of milk. There was a small amount of broccoli salad left from a meal that we had maybe 3 days ago. So that definitely needs to get eaten up. There. Looks great. All right, I've added in the cheese. This is looking great. Perfect. Perfect little cheese sauce with a little bit of a bite. A little bit of queso for on the asparagus. Exciting. I love barbecues. I love potlucks. I love when there's leftovers. And it was fun to make the queso to go on top of the asparagus. Just switches it up a bit. No deviled eggs left, though, from yesterday. Those were all gone. We had lobster for Father's Day supper the other night, and we each saved a little tiny portion of our lobster so that for lunch today we could make a version of a lobster mac and cheese. So I'm going to make this. So yes, this is a box pasta. I'm going to make this on stovetop. Then I'm going to add in some spices, the lobster. We're going to put it in a casserole dish. I'm going to top it with some grated cheese, some chives from my garden, and we're going to bake it. And it's going to be great. We are trying to get the absolute most out of this lobster, so I'm adding an extra couple handfuls of macaroni noodles in just to make a little bit more. I just remembered that I have these Italian breadcrumbs. I'm very excited. We're going to use these on the casserole as well. And the handsome one's Googling right now whether we put the breadcrumbs on first and then the cheese on top of that, or if we put the cheese on first and then the breadcrumbs on top of that. Neither of us really know. We are not super familiar with breadcrumbs on top of casseroles. All right, first let's get some butter in here. I'm not going to mix it in the pot. It was really rather full because I added that extra macaroni. So I'll mix it right in here. Let's add some milk and the cheese packet. Just get this stirred in. And this cheese appears white, but as soon as you start to mix it in, turns yellow. Some 3 onion. We saved some claws and some other stuff. I just got it laid on here. I've got to cut it all up. All right, this looks great. Now we're going to top with grated cheese and then the breadcrumbs on top of that. The handsome one Googled it and it says breadcrumbs on last. The breadcrumbs are incredibly fine. So we've got cheese and breadcrumbs on top of that. And then we cut up some chives that we just picked from the garden. Let's get her in the oven. This looks great. Hopefully it didn't dry out in the cooking. Let's get it served and then we can taste it. This smells amazing. Very excited. You can see a couple little pieces there. I know there's not too much lobster in this, but there's enough. There's enough. I'm on the road for work today, so I've packed a lunch to take with me. Nothing fancy. Apple, some cherry tomatoes, one of these apple cinnamon muffin bars, and yeah, sometimes that's what lunch is on the road. We are going to have hamburger helper beef taco for supper tonight. We pulled out a club pack of ground beef out of the freezer simply because they were frozen as club packs. We're going to cook this whole amount. We're going to separate out what we need for the recipe, and then the rest we are either going to use in other recipes within the next day or two, or I actually feel like we should freeze some, like cooked, freeze it cooked for upcoming recipes. Add some veggies into the hamburger helper. We are going to add some peppers, some onions, and some cremini mushrooms. So far, so good. Red alert is happening right now. We don't know why they're barking. I don't think they know why they're barking. So after the club pack of ground beef was cooked, we have 2 prepared packages for in the freezer, and then the rest will go in the hamburger helper. We are simmering away. We decided to have curly fries with the hamburger helper. Broccoli, curly fries, hamburger helper, and in the hamburger helper we did add in the mushrooms, the onions, and the peppers. Looks great. I'm packing a lunch again today. I'm on the road again, and this time I am going to be away longer. So I've got enough here for lunch and maybe like a snack. This feels like a lot to me. So I've got hard-boiled egg, some cut pepperoni, I've got some peppers and some cherry tomatoes, some crackers. I've got one of those apple cinnamon bars, and I'm going to put all of these in this little silicone container, and I might actually cut up a couple pieces of cheese as well. Yeah. Leftover hamburger helper for supper tonight. I haven't heated this yet. I'm uncertain of whether I'm going to make a salad. We still have spinach left and lots of veggies to go with it, or if we're just going to have some cut fresh vegetables. Like I've got some cherry tomatoes left, and we have all of those peppers. It's going to be something like that, just to add a little bit of veggies into the meal. No fries tonight, though. So Father's Day has come and gone. The handsome one had a birthday. I really enjoy those special events when lobster season is on locally, that I can receive lobster as a gift. I can give lobster as a gift. I really enjoy being able to have it as a special occasion event. And I mean, when Sobeys puts it on for $9.88 a pound, how can you go wrong? And so my favorite part of the lobster to eat is the tail. I usually save it for last and eat the claws first, but this time we decided to save the claws aside, and I'm really glad that we did. The handsome one had been thinking lobster rolls, so for anyone that is not local or doesn't live in an area where lobster would be a regular thing, that would be cold lobster, chopped or minced, and then mixed with mayo and some spices and served on a soft roll. It's very popular, and it is a very, I guess, it is something that's very common in my area. So that's kind of what he was thinking. But then when I decided and said that I was going to make the lobster mac and cheese for me and the lobster roll for him, nope, he changed his mind immediately. He said, use my lobster too, make a lot. And we were both really excited about it. The barbecue was really fun that we had with our family. Great time. And surprisingly, at the end of the week, we both incredibly enjoyed the hamburger helper. Imagine that. We don't eat hamburger helper or products like that very often. There's too many preservatives and too much sodium in it for me for in a regular rotation in my diet, but it sure was great for a special occasion kind of treat. We really liked it, especially with the curly fries on night one. That was amazing. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would do so. It will help me. Like, shares, and comments, they help me as well. Everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a really fabulous weekend, and that I hope the week that just went by was good to you.